Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Sunday, February 25th, 2018, vlog number 55. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a product review, specifically this Logitech G602 Gaming Mouse. Now, I'm not much of a PC gamer, but the reason why I got this is manifold, key of which is for doing my editing. And I'll go into that in a little bit, but I'm just doing a quick review. I bought this mouse, I've had it for a little over a month now, so I wanted to give it some time to get to know it. It was a replacement for my old and crappy NewEgg laser mouse. This thing served me well. I must say, I must have had this thing for like 10 years, maybe. Yeah, probably about 10 years. And it worked perfectly for, all that time. But I've been noticing, in addition to the internal battery in it kind of dying fast, like I'd have to put it on the charger a lot more. It would have issues with clicking and the mouse jittering. Say if I were to click on something, it would kind of think that I wasn't. It would say if I click and drag, it would kind of be it's multiple clicking, or it just wasn't working right, especially the left click. I'm assuming that's due to just wear and tear using it for 10 years. So anyways, so now got this beauty, and the G602. It's a little bit lighter in the hand compared to the NewEgg laser mouse. But what I like about it is, of course, all these buttons on the side, and they're programmable. So let me tell you a little bit about the G602 according to the back of the box. Has 11 programmable control buttons. Very accurate Delta Zero sensor technology. And on wireless, it can go up to about 250 hours. It does have internal batteries that you can remove, but they said that because those, they're just regular AA or something. I believe they're AA, yes, AA's. They last a long time, which I like. I don't mind changing out batteries in the mouse. I don't game. I'm not a super intensive, but I have a small mouse at my work that is also Logitech, and I don't remember the last time I changed the batteries in that thing. It's been at least a year, so I do know that these things they claim to do what they say they're doing. So anyways, continuing with the specs, the resolution tracking on it goes up to 2500 DPI. It even has a little switch on it that I guess changes the DPI. It also it's battery conserve mode kind of, and it's wireless, of course. I don't do anything with wires, screw wires. So my keyboard, my mouse has to be wireless. I'm not looking to shave off 0.05 milliseconds of my clicking. That doesn't matter to me. It's very smooth. I like it on my mouse pad. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much about it. So the mouse itself, so I do like the ergonomics of it. It does fit in my hand pretty well. I like that it has a little thumb rest here, and it's pretty much once you get in your hand, it's not exactly, I won't say sticky, but it's not going anywhere. It's very comfortable. I do like, for the most part, the side button placement is okay, but the buttons in the front, if I want to press them, I notice I have to kind of replace my hand a little bit in order to reach them comfortably. So let me explain a little bit about the next part. So this is the G602 interface here, the user controls, and it kind of gives you a layout of everything in the mouse. Now, what it does have, all these programmable buttons. So what I've done, I set this up for Lightroom so far, so I can have the tools that I use the most at the buttons that I need it for. So like, I'll put my graduated filter here, white balance, spot removal, crop, adjustment brush, radial brush, and then most importantly, put my copy and paste settings here. This works out great. I can show you in a second of how this works, but so far I've only been using with Lightroom. I haven't programmed Photoshop yet. There's kind of like their default settings, but what's cool is you can set up different applications for whatever you need it for. And apparently, though, the mouse is supposed to be able to switch between application while you're using it. However, my results, I don't know if I'm using this right, but my results aren't as apparent because, like, say if I'm in Lightroom and if I switch to like a browser or something, I want, my default profile to come back. Basically like my forward and back buttons. But I notice that doesn't happen as I, assumed it would. Let's see. Yeah, see, it doesn't. I just tried it in one of my browsers, and so it doesn't do. It's not switching back to this default profile when I'm in another window. I thought it was supposed to be kind of program dependent. Because I don't know if I'm doing this, using it right, but I haven't really played around with it too much to kind of figure out, what I'm doing right or wrong with it. So far, just with my Lightroom setups, it's working pretty good for me. Okay. All right, so here I have my Lightroom setup. So say if I'm editing this photo here, I know it's my ugly mug, and you've seen this plenty of times, so don't be alarmed. So I've already edited this picture for the most part. I got my settings here. So say if I have the next picture that I want to go to, it's not edited. Normally, I would go to my next the picture before, go up here to settings, copy the settings and whatnot. So in order to save me time, I set up the macro button on the side to go pink, hit it, and I get my copy settings window. I copy whatever I need to copy and just hit it. Go to my next picture I want to do, and I hit my next macro button, and it just applies it. So it does shave some time. I don't have to right click on things and get it to work. So also things like, for example, I know that's ugly. If I want to do a pin in some highlights or something, I don't want to do this, but I can just hit a button and switch to my highlight brush. Also set up to go to a graduated filter. There's just like a round filter, so I can just put a little circle filter here. I also have it set where this is the little healing, the spot removal. So if I say I don't want to do that, I can just click on it. The next one I have is my crop. So I crop all my pictures to a certain size, so say 1 by 17. So it just makes it so much quicker for me. I've found I'm still kind of getting used to my button settings. So instead of going over to the tools and clicking them manually, I have all the ones I use mostly. I don't use this one, or I don't use the red eye very much, but those are the ones I use for the most part. And I notice that as long as I remember to use the buttons, and I've been getting better with it, it's it cuts down my time on using the tools. So that's very useful. So yeah, once again, I'm pretty happy with this mouse purchase. I think I made a good decision. I was kind of weighing my options on a couple different mice. Logitech does make a newer version of my laser mouse. I think they call it the MX something, I forget. I looked at some reviews of it, and for the cost, I don't think I would have got the benefit as I do with this. It's still a nice fancy mouse. Has rechargeable battery inside of it, and a very premium look and feel to it. I'll pop a picture here. And it comes in different colors and stuff. So, but I think with this mouse, with the added functionality of the macro buttons, added macro buttons, I think that will benefit me in the long run. Again, I need to set up my macros for Photoshop. I just have to kind of decide what macros I need it for the most, because I use Photoshop for a lot of things, but I don't know what tools I want to use the most to shorten my or speed up my workflow. So overall, very good purchase on this. I'd recommend if you're a gamer, or if you're not a gamer, if you're just into productivity, and you just want to get a mouse that is not only pretty inexpensive. It's not a super high dollar mouse. I think I got this on sale for like $39 off NewEgg. Sometimes they have sales for cheaper, and sometimes it goes up. But I'm pretty happy with this mouse, and yeah, I'll give it a good recommendation. 9 out of 10. I don't know. I'm not going to give any numbers, but yeah. So that's my vlog for today. I just want to do a product review. I always wanted to get into product reviews, and I think I'm going to do a couple more of these with other things. I always buy technology or random things, and if you like it, let me know what you think if you're watching this. So I'll leave a link down below of where you can find this product. You can find it on Amazon and whatnot and NewEgg. I'll leave some links down below. So yeah, everybody have a good day. I will talk to you all later, and I love you.